there's two sizes for that.
All right, so we need 17, 19, and 21 for the all right, the metric sockets. Okay, excellent. All right, thank you.
Nice. Start with easy pieces first.
Okay.
We'll just unscrew this, pop it out.
Okay.
Now on the back, there's a screw here that keeps the back from sliding all the way out. So when you're working with it, you can't pull it out.
See, I got it. Okay.
Take that piece out.
Alright.
Now I'm going to put the screws right back in where they belong.
Oh, perfect.
So every screw will be in its proper place for you.
Okay, great, thank you.
All right. Now we'll start with the cables.
Let me just get around your side here.
And all I'm doing is
oh, I see. Okay, Allen wrench on one side,
Yep.
and yeah, got it.
just release that cable.
Okay.
And there's a spacer here that goes through the cable.
Yes.
So that will be back in place here. And I've labeled the cable as J all the way through.
Oh, wonderful.
So it's pretty clear which end goes to which.
Yeah.
And with it done this way, you just feed it underneath all the way through the rollers.
Okay, so that goes through.
Goes all the way up to the
right.
to the front
Goes through
end.
that roller. Okay.
You take it out from here. And it comes off of this side.
Okay, so that had gone through the lower roller.
Goes
then
through J.
Right.
Comes up here.
Through.
Actually, let me put another J up there for you.
Okay, thank you.
It goes through that roller J.
Yeah.
And then it goes.
And then goes back down.
Goes back down and it goes along here, J.
Yeah.
And one more J. It comes down through here, all
Okay.
the way up.
Okay.
Up through that roll.
Okay.
So that should be able to follow all the way up to J right here.
Yeah. Okay.
There'd be so much blue tape on this, you'll be a couple hours just getting the blue tape off. Alright. The next one I take out, and when you go to put it back together, I would just reverse this order.
Okay.
And this is K.
Alright.
And K unclips with this carabiner
Okay.
down at the bottom.
Yeah, just unclips.
And
Okay.
it clips up here. So there's K, right there.
Okay.
And I've marked K on the carabiner and K on the other end.
Okay, great.
So I'm going to wrap up these two cables.
Yeah,
Because
thank you.
these, and then there's one more cable which I didn't label, and I'm going to have to do that. Where did I leave off? JK. I know I did I, JK. Let's do L.
Yeah.
L. I don't know how many I'll mark this with. L is for the butterfly. So L goes from here with the butterfly. I'll put it here.
Okay.
See it? And then it goes along. If I wrap around the cable, it's a little hard to get off. So it goes through there. It goes through there. Up through this bottom one. Comes back
Through
to
the bottom one. Okay.
So it goes, yeah, because this is all part of this one big cable.
Okay.
Two more L's. L. L. Now I know why I saw that one guy on Craigslist that advertises moving and setting up.
Yeah, right.
exercise equipment.
Yeah, because seriously, a lot of people. I mean,
It's a little intimidating.
well, if there's some people who can't really put together a piece of IKEA furniture, and if you can't do that, then forget it.
This is
you
not
cannot.
for you.
Yeah.
I only finger tighten these as well. So again,
Okay.
same as the front.
Yeah, yeah.
Allen wrench on one side, spacer in the middle that goes through the cable, and then a locking nut underneath.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Should be the same thing on this side. Same thing, so it goes through the cable.
Okay.
And then it should just feed through. It has to go through flat like this. If you try to get it through this way, it's not going to fit.
Okay, flat.
And that'll save you having to take all these pulleys apart.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That's all we're going to do for cables. So you just have
All right, that's good to hear.
3 cables to put back together.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so here's L. Let's wrap up J. Okay. Now, we have 21. So I take the 21, and I've already started doing it. 21, and then I just take an adjustable to the other side.
Okay. Yeah, so in terms of putting this back together, I mean, at a minimum, I'd be able to finger tighten this stuff.
Yeah, put them on
when
and
I get it
finger
in my
tighten,
house,
and
then I can worry about borrowing the right
Right.
tools. Okay.
and again I'll put the nuts right back in place.
Yeah. And that attaches those.
These are for
those
your
knee rests.
knee rests when you're
Yeah.
doing the pull down.
Yes, right.
And they're marked as A. And I labeled these kind of the direction that I go to put them on.
Okay.
You'll go backwards. So I'm taking them off A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Right.
Go backwards G and then count down to A.
Okay.
It's A. And then B is going to be this piece, which is the leg lift and a seat combination. And again, it has same size wrench. So this is the 21. And I've labeled it on B on the back, so if you know,
Okay.
go through that way. And I'll bolt it back in place so that you know the B parts go together.
Oh, great. with a box truck is it to some degree minimizes the amount that we have to take apart.
Yeah.
Because,
And this has washers on either side. So
okay.
washer on this side.
Yeah,
Comes in from this side.
Yeah.
It mounts on that side, and then the washer and the nut go on
Okay.
onto that place.
Well, it does seem solidly constructed. I mean, they.
It definitely is. It's a.
Yeah.
Once it's put together, it doesn't fall apart.
Yeah. I wonder if they still make them this well now, or if they've cheapened them. You know.
Body Solid still makes pretty good equipment. They changed some of the models, but overall it's still basically the same units.
Well, that's good.
They changed the paint scheme and
Yeah.
most model numbers and everything. That's called planned obsolescence.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
All right, this is piece C. It comes off as one whole piece,
Okay.
and it just bolts in right around. So there's piece C.
And you have the poster for this, but not the book, right?
Not the book. I had the poster for it right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. We'll take off the bench press piece,
Okay.
and when you get this all back together, this is where you would adjust it whether you want. This is in the storage position. This is a chest press. And this is the incline press, a bench. So you have a bunch of different positions.
Interesting.
You can put that in.
Huh. Wow.
All right. Small. So now we're going to go to the 17.
Nice. Okay, right there.
And this is a nut on either side. So you just start to loosen it, and one of the nuts will come off, just like the back one. And again, these are going to be, there's a shim that's in there, that just pops out. Place that back in. It doesn't matter if you're up or down like that. I put the labels on the back side.
Okay.
It shouldn't really make any difference for either one.
Yeah.
And then repeat this on the other side. And I take these off. We're going to take this piece off, each of these bench press pieces.
Okay.
I just take these off because it makes it easier to put it all back together, because if you put this on and try to get this lined up, it's just too much to try to get everything all in line at the same time. So.
Okay.
And now we switch over to, this is the 19. And I've marked these separately as G and H. because
okay.
it will make a difference when you go to put these on. If you put this one on,
Right.
it's not gonna be right because you need to have that pivot
Okay.
towards the side.
Okay.
So if you do it that way, then the pivot's on the inside. It does not work.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, first time I assembled it, I assembled that backwards. I could not figure out why it wasn't working.
I've had similar experiences. Yeah.
Oh, that's my socket. How's that now? I might have something falling out. Those are brass shims that they fit into. Now, when you go to put this back together, there is enough grease that's on here.
Yeah.
But be careful because it will grease up your carpet or whatever you lay it down onto.
Okay.
So, and then this washer goes on the back side.
I see.
So when you go to put it in,
Yeah.
it's like that. This part faces down. It's not up. It faces
Down.
And it goes in that way.
Okay.
From the back to the front. So
Okay.
these bolts
Or
face
on
forward.
the front, and the washer's on the back side.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Allen wrench. For these, you may want to come around to the side to get this picture.
Oh, huh.
This tightens up this shim, so you want to loosen these up when you take it apart, and obviously after you put it back together, tighten these back up. Same thing on the other side.
Yeah.
No, that is this one. Excuse me.
Sure.
This is my crap. I'm doing good. Yep, I'll be here till at least 1 o'clock. I think I did. If I didn't, Okay. All right, thanks. Sorry about that.
No problem.
So now with that taken out, then this big shim comes all the way out,
Okay.
goes back in. Now, this is marked as E and E. They are particular to which side they go on.
I'll bet.
Just like the other ones. So.
Yeah.
And then if you're tightening this up and the front is moving, you can tighten these down. What that does is tighten down on this shim. So if I were to take the Allen wrench and tighten here, then this piece isn't going to move.
Okay, got it.
So that is just to keep this shim from moving.
Okay.
Keep the process on this side.
Yeah, these are all labeled F.
Yep, F and F, E and E on the other side. Down. And again, they make them really well with these solid brass bushings. So
Okay.
that's stuff you don't find in the cheaper units that are out there. They just
Yeah, right.
Okay. Now, let's come over to the cable side. The cable is essentially, it's taken apart as it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see all these pieces. You got K, L, and J. And what I was going to do was just take all these and tape them together like this.
Yeah, or
So it's
even
not
a
gonna-
rubber band or something. Or...
Yeah, getting a rubber band over that, all that other
Oh,
stuff,
you're right. That's
probably
a
not
good
gonna,
point.
not gonna make it.
That's
So
true.
what we'll do is keep it from going around too much.
Okay,
Give
perfect.
you a little pull tab to get
Yeah,
it back
perfect.
apart. All right. Size. Large. Okay. Now to tackle the weight stack. So these covers, they are optional.
Huh.
They take the larger of the two hex keys. It just kind of dresses up the unit to
Yeah.
cover the weights.
Yeah.
When it comes time to take all the weights out, you'll definitely have to have these off.
Sure. Yeah, understood.
And both units, both of these pieces are identical. The other one has a little stamping on it, says body solid.
Oh, yeah,
I
so
just
you-
put that towards
Towards the front. Yeah,
so that
looks better. Yeah.
all I'll do is I'll just put these right back in place. Same thing on this side. Or a hex key for that. That's a bigger hex.
Huh. Kind of odd.
Right in between those two.
Huh.
Why would that be different?
Yeah, that's odd.
That's small. That's small. Well, that's not anything. Definitely a different size. No. It's not the right one to begin with.
And there's another one over here. It's probably the same as what you got.
But yeah, that's the smaller of the
Okay.
of the two. Yeah, that's just a little loose. Too small.
Okay, we are back.
All right,
So
now
we got the
got that taken care of.
yeah.
Now, there's a locking nut on this. Just back off the locking nut a bit. then this just screws into this piece, and this piece
Wow,
is
interesting.
basically hold
Okay.
all the weights.
Okay.
So, I do this. When you go to put it back together,
Yeah.
just reverse that. Just twist it pretty good. I'm going to put the locking nut on the other side of the,
That
of
makes
the washer.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Of the nut for you, so that that doesn't get lost. And then what we'll do is we'll take that and we'll hold the other.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to even just fold it through, it would probably be
Well,
whichever you prefer.
I don't want it to come all undone on you.
Yeah.
That may hold it. Let's just put a piece of tape here on the whole thing to
Okay.
wrap it all together.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go to take that apart, obviously that piece is going to come down into
Yeah.
the weights.
Yeah.
All this other stuff should fall right into place.
Okay.
This has a little rubber stopper so you know it comes up to that. This has a rubber stopper so you know it comes up to that.
Ah, okay.
Plus
yeah.
it has the writing on it,
Right.
so you can't get it upside down. So
Yeah.
the cabling should
And-
go
and
back
it-
together pretty straightforward.
Yeah. That seems like
Now-
it. Famous last words, right?
I said it should.
Well, and it all looks straightforward to me, and then you watch, 5 hours from now or whatever, I'm on the other end, I'm like, oh.
Okay, let's go back to the videotape one more time.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Exactly.
What I end up doing is I'm going to take this piece off to
Okay.
loosen this. That will let these rods come out so that we can take the
Okay.
weights apart.
All right, got it.
It's pretty much the easiest way to do this piece.
Yep. All right, so those guys there. Okay. Sorry. That one on that side. Okay, got it. Can I do this one too?
Yep.
Never mind.
Okay. Now, I'll hold these out. Just like
Yeah.
that for a second. And then this whole piece
Okay.
will actually, you gotta turn these. They are
Turn
key. These are key. So where this little tab
Oh, okay, got
is,
it.
and it fits into that slot on either
Right.
side.
And then you're supposed to rotate to keep it locked.
Right.
Okay.
Now, I didn't want to go too far with that bolt.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just gonna put these
Yeah, and then just bolt it back in place.
back in place. Just hold it in place.
Yeah. Put that plate back on, right? Perfect.
And that'll hold everything in
Yeah,
place. Put this bolt through the right way for you.
perfect. Yeah, it's, at least at this point, it's not seeming too bad.
It's not too intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, well, especially when you watch somebody take it apart and be methodical and all that, They had directions online to putting a similar one together, but the problem is the PDF, however they loaded it up, the resolution is so crappy that you can't actually read the letters on all the things. So it's like this incredibly complex diagram, and you can't tell which letters are which. So I'm like, okay, I think I better observe.
Now, when you go to put this back together,
Yeah.
this is the fun part.
They've got to be lined up
They
perfectly.
got to be lined up. Now, obviously, I can pull these out pretty easily.
Yeah, it's the going back in that's slightly
Right.
trickier.
you don't have to put this in till the last, but it will help you get some things lined up.
That's what I was gonna, yeah, it seems like it would make sense to do it.
Right. I take them off 2 pounds, 2 plates at a time.
Yep.
The key is to get it to balance.
Yeah.
And then these holes all have to line up. So that you can get this
a little bit of
through.
trial and error there.
Yeah, it'll. If you're patient with it, it will get done.
Yeah.
When you get to the bottom,
it's
of
a
the
one-time
stack,
process.
you'll see on the bottom there are these 2 little rubbers to keep it from sliding down.
Got it.
So you have to have those lined up,
Oh, Jesus.
and then this has to go through everything.
And be perfect.
Has to fit through that, and then it has to slide into that. So,
okay.
that is actually, believe it or not, forget the cabling, bolts, and everything else.
I can believe it. That's the hardest
that
thing, yeah.
will take you probably maybe 5 or 10 minutes to get everything lined up.
I can believe it, yes.
Now, again, all the weights are numbered. So, 20 up to 1. And that's that, and then this goes with that. These obviously go on the bottom. And I put them in this way because it doesn't really matter which way you go, but it's tapered.
Yeah.
And that fits the exact width, and I like to put a little bit more rubber to the side
Understood.
of the weight.
It makes sense, yeah.
So that does that. Now, we have one more disassembly piece to do.
Okay.
Unless you think you want to move this whole thing as one. You tell me what it looks like where you're going in.
My concern is that the bottom, the wide piece on the bottom there, it may be a little wider than the doorway I've got to get this through.
Okay. So what I did before, I took this whole section off where it's marked D down here at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then I took it off up here, which is also marked D. So this whole piece with all the pulleys and everything else comes off as one piece.
Right, so that the pulleys all stay together.
With the other piece.
Right.
And then if you have trouble maneuvering through the door, just take those 2 bolts off and you can get that back leg off and just have that front. So we'll go that way.
Yeah.
For you, so that you know what.
I think that makes sense, yeah.
All right.
And with how much we're taking it apart, I may be able to move this back into the house myself.
I moved it up here by myself.
Yeah, that's good. Because see, Bill's not getting home until 5:30. I mean, I'm going to be back, obviously I should be back in my house way before then. So we're just going to have to essentially leave this stuff sitting in the truck if I needed a second person. So this would be good.
So what I'm going to do is, when I put this back on, I'm going to put these legs back on here. Because that doesn't add any weight, it's not going to make it any wider.
Got it.
That way, you slide this on, and then this will go on over top of both of those.
All right, perfect.
That should make that easier. We're near the home stretch.
Yeah, it seems like it. Well, the good thing is too with the the camera is my relatively new toy from last year. You know, the high def, and pretty much any detail I need to see, I should be able to observe on the TV. You know, not like the old NTSC where you got the basic idea, but the high definitions.
Pause the VCR.
Oh yeah.
Tape was jumping.
Yeah, you can't tell anything.
Once you had a good Betamax, you were a little bit in trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
all right,
now, this bolt is not going to bolt in. It bolts into this piece. So what I'm going to do is bolt it in here.
Okay.
So you don't lose it.
Yeah.
And then this piece I'll bolt back up.
Okay.
Now, this all comes apart.
Oops. All right.
Thusly.
Yep.
And it's about 100 pounds.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit.
You know what? Let me can I put down carpet pad real quick.